Punch some people in the face. Punch some people in the face. Punch people in the face. Punch some people in the face. Seriously. Punch some people. Punch some people. Punch some people in the face. Punch some people. Punch some people. Punch some people in the face. Punch human beings in the face. Punch some people in the face. Punch human beings in the face. Punch people in the face. Seriously. Punch some people. Punch some people. Punch some people in the face. Punch some people. Punch some people. Punch some people in the face. Punch 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 some people in the face.
ジョーンズ、お前得意先と会議じゃないのか。遅れるぞ。
はい。
タクシー使えよ。
はい。
あいつ今日は妙に元気だな。
あと1分で着きます。
もしかしてこれ飲んだのか。
お待たせしました。治療です。
この惑星では妙に力がみなぎる時もある。
俺も飲んじゃおうかな。
ボスからエナジーアイアンボス。
Oh, look at this Power Ranger! Go, go, Power Ranger! Mighty Morphin Power Ranger! Crackosaurus! Let me see your move! Crackosaurus!
Alright then, it's morphin' time! Dragonasaur!
Mastodon! Crackosaurus!
Triceratops!
Saber-tooth tiger!
Tyrannosaurus! Yeah! We're good! We're ready to morph into action! 6 working together to fight evil!
And stop Rita and all her menacing monsters!
From destroying our planet Earth! And ruling the universe with evil!
Look out, Rita! We're not backing down because we're the Power Rangers! Alright.
You're outnumbered, Aragorn. You need more men.
There are none.
There are those who dwell in the mountain.
Hello, people of the Earth! It is I, Emperor Zurk, and I am here to tell you that I am not part of today's show because I am conquering this shithole over here. Yeah, it's pretty shitty, so it's taken quite a bit of time. The Jeffs and I are pretty busy with all of this, so we've left it in the capable hands of Cider Ripe. You know, because that's not confusing at all. So yeah, enjoy the show and stay away from this shithole. I like you. stay away. Bye.
Keep your mouth shut, kid. Never speak about me, ever in your life. Watch yourself around me, because you'll be out of here quick. Let me take my picture. Huh? Yeah, shut your mouth.
She's mad. She's getting down. She's so wobbly.
Too slow and too stiff. You're stiff as a board.
Again, it's not hard to pass.
That's cold.
Touch it. It's Stone Cold.
Here, hold on. Let me get my pose and my belt and my shoe. Huh? Yeah, shut your mouth.
Yeah, do me a favor. Get out.
To catch a varmint, you gotta be a varmint. Right? Now? Yes, right. Are you sure?
I used to drag here back in high school.
Conor McGregor.
It's exactly a quarter mile away from here. On green, I'm going for it.
冰淇淋，我很喜欢冰淇淋。
Welcome to Olive Garden.
Welcome to Olive Garden.
Take a seat.
Come on down to the Olive Garden and get your free breast sticks.
This is a great fucking commercial.
Hey, I want some breadsticks.
You want some breadsticks?
Yes, I would love some breadsticks.
Well, come on down.
Just come on
I'm
down.
coming.
Come on down to the Olive Garden and get yourself.
You can't stream this. You can't stream this. You can't stream this. You can't stream this. My content, it hits so hard, makes you say, oh my Lord, thank you for blessing us with a mind to rhyme and cause a fuss. Feels good, we know you're fatted, a super dope homeboy, street fly rap, and I'm known as such, and this is a copyright you just can't touch. I told you, man, good boy, you can't stream this. Yeah, that's how I'm litigating, and you know, can't stream this. Look at my pants, man, you can't stream this. Yo, talk shit in the chat and get bad. You can't stream this. Fresh new artists and fans. You got it like that, pretend you're here to dance. So move within your seat. And what do I count? You choke on his beat while it's rolling. Hold on, litigate a little bit. Let them know what's going on. Like that. Like that. Cold on the mission, so fall on back. Let them know that you're too much. And this is content they can't touch. Yo, I told you, you can't stream this. You can't stream this. Stop. Ginger time. Go with the flow. Ethan said, if you can't conform, then you're probably dead. So wave your hammers in the air. Bust a few scores. Run your fingers through your head. This is it. Time for dinner. Dance to this and you're gonna get thicker. Move, slide, your rump. Romance get an uglies ready to bump, 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 bump. Yeah. Can't stream this. Look, man. You can't stream this. You probably think this is sight of height. You can't stream this. Boy, this is quad stream. Get your spit right. Can't stream this. Can't stream this.
Maybe we're just sleepwalking, but I certainly wish I didn't. Oh, whatever. It hurts too much. I feel like I have brain cancer after this show. What do you guys think? Let me get this out of the way.
The same. I can't believe we watched it all in one
Yeah,
day, in one
day.
sitting.
Yeah, that's quite the accomplishment in life, right there. Is to.
It's
get
not
through 10
something I'm
episodes.
proud of.
Oh, you should be. You should be very proud. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Anyway. Welcome aboard. This is a discussion, a memorialization, a funeral, whatever, of Power Rangers Cosmic Fury.
Eulogy.
Yeah. Commemoration of life, I guess. I don't know. This show has been on the docket for about 2 years now. They announced it back in 2021. And a lot of trepidation because they were like, well, we're just going to reuse everything. And it's like, okay, cool. So we're having an MMPR season 3 situation where you're just going to, rob, steal, and pay Peter to whatever. My brain's just screwed up trying to put this thing together because much like the show, my thoughts are zigzagging all over the place to the mess that was placed before us in over these 10 episodes. And as Perrette said, we made it through all 10 of them in one sitting.
Not me.
And Bats has only made it to episode 5, right?
Yes, I've watched 4 episodes in total.
Right. So we saw all 10, and so we know how this ends. So we're gonna, if you're spoilerific or sensitive to that stuff, sorry. You're going to get hit with it because there's a lot to talk about in this final season of Power Rangers. If you didn't know, this is it.
So
is this really is before the cartoon, right?
Nope. Right now Hasbro says there's going to be a reboot. They have not said what that looks like. They just sold their television production studio last month. So
well, what's interesting to me is that since Hasbro has bought Power Rangers, they have not fulfilled their alleged obligations that they promised us. In all of them, they said that they were going to continue, I guess, the children's program, which I guess they followed through on that. They said they were going to make a more adult, more older audience Power Rangers show. Then they were going to tie them all in together with an anime and a movie. Okay. And they haven't followed through with any of them other than just continuing the children's program.
Well, they've discontinued it now.
Yeah. So is that confirmed that Cosmic Fury is the final Power Rangers show in the Zordon to Netflix continuity then?
Yes, that is correct. As confirmed by showrunner Simon Bennett, this concludes the Power Rangers universe as it began on with Saban on Fox back in 1993. This story is over.
And
now, go ahead.
This Simon Bennett, was he
Center.
not a producer? What is it?
Center, right here in the picture.
Yeah, wasn't he a producer on several of the seasons prior to this?
No, he was a director. He directed. He was a writer on Dino Charge, then a director on Ninja Steel, director on Beast Morphers, and then executive producer for Dino Fury and Cosmic Fury. That's right.
Okay.
Oh, you want to come in and talk about it? You saw this? You want to come see this? Okay, dude. Jacob's cool for this stuff, man. If he knows what he's getting into. Yeah. But he's been the producer on this stuff. So this has been his vision basically through Beast Morphers. That was the basically the promise that was given to him when he stayed on after Hasbro purchased the brand from Neo Saban. So I just want to talk about this as we get started. if you don't know anything about Power Rangers, this season is not the season to get involved in. All right.
No, start here. Start here and just never watch anything else.
Yeah, well, sometimes it do be like that. Believe me. But
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
so this season relies heavily on the knowledge of previous seasons. If you don't have them, I don't have an intro for anybody. So hi Jacob, welcome aboard.
Okay, so first question. What is Power Rangers?
Okay. Multicolored spandex wearing teenagers with attitude combat interstellar evil.
That sounds Japanese. I don't know about that.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty Japanese. In fact.
Did you
That's
have
the best
that,
part about it?
Cider, did you have that prepared?
No.
Or is that just how you answer it? You've
That's
been
just
asked
how
this
I
question. You've been asked this question multiple times.
Most of my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys not have Power Rangers in Maine? And
Well,
except
no,
you,
it's
you're
just
the only one.
Most of the kids got into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Believe me, I used to when I was younger, I used to not date girls that didn't watch Power Rangers when they were younger, okay? I was like, we have nothing in common.
That's a pretty good litmus test.
Right? At the time, but
it works.
But so what happened? What happened? You got in. What's your second question there?
That was it. He just had first question, and then that was it.
Didn't think you'd
First
make it this
question,
far,
then
did you?
awkward silence.
There we go. Anyway, just like this show had. So what you're looking at is the homebrew Power Rangers uniform. This is put together by leftover parts from the Rhea Soldier, however you want to say it, series. And then custom made crap that doesn't really, it looks half done, basically.
Yeah, it's just missing so much.
And
It
the
has,
Zords
nothing.
of Q Ranger.
Yeah.
Which just very confusing.
Right. Let me just skip back here.
I loved how they just managed to be like, oh yeah, and you can remote control any Zords you want, because they're like, they just needed to make an excuse for all the other Zords to show up.
Yeah.
Well, the remote thing too, because they couldn't bring themselves to have everybody in one place. Okay. So that was, again, there were so many flip flops and mistakes with this, just with the shooting of it, right? Let alone the plot, the scripting, basically the accoutrement of the show, But
I mean, so I watched the first few episodes of this, and my only takeaway was the Red Ranger is pretty hot. The dude on the one in the middle with the gold outfit, he looks pretty gay. And then I honestly didn't know who any of the other ones was. But the one on the far right looks like Zach's son. So am I anywhere in the ballpark of this so far?
Nope. That's you just noticed that black people are in Power Rangers. Good job.
Okay, great.
That character, that guy all the way over on the right, this character has the worst time. It's so bad. They completely wiped their ass with this character in the 2 seasons he's in. Oh my gosh.
Oof.
He's supposed to be special, and he's just not.
Exactly. He's the first African American Sixth Ranger, and they have done nothing but shit on him throughout the entire run of his character. He just gets nothing.
Yeah.
They leave him at the bottom of a lake for 6 billion years, okay? They know he's there, and they just leave his ass there for 6 billion years.
Not because they can't get to him, because they don't want to.
Apparently, the cooking's that bad. But to bring you guys up to speed with this, so Q Ranger is the donor of the robot footage. And if you don't know, let's just show you what Q Ranger is. These are the suits that the Americans did not import. What was that, Bats?
I said I love this season particularly. It was awesome.
Q Ranger is great. Yeah.
Check it out. The subtitles are in Spanish or some Pacific island.
Yeah, you already know it's foreign when the clock is on the top left side.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so sick. Stinger was so awesome.
This is what they passed up on.
I mean, this series had a gay robot and a furry, so I mean, maybe
Yeah, and a
maybe
gay
they
snake
passed it up
man.
for a reason.
But a cute waifu robot chick.
And a chef.
Mm-hmm. And a character who pretty much just got away with anything because the plot required it, and they just called him Lucky. That was brilliant.
Yeah, and
Isn't
that's
that
and
basically
he,
every Power Ranger ever?
well, no, he openly said
his
it.
name-
Wow, that was
Lucky.
lucky. He actually
his
says
name.
it. Wow, that was lucky. His name is Lucky, and then his catchphrase is, "Wow, that was lucky."
Basically, like he could almost die and then not die because he's lucky.
That's it. Exactly. Like so many ships have exploded out from under his first entry into the series is falling out of space at terminal velocity and landing on his feet. And he says, "Wow, that was lucky." And it just keeps going. It just keeps going from there. But yeah, that's what they replaced these Q Ranger suits you just saw with. Okay, this is what they got. What they did.
And then it's not like the Power Rangers hasn't not had a animal character turn into a ranger before.
Right.
Right.
There's Doggy Kruger, and then we had another one there somewhere. But anyway, Doggy Kruger did it. So, Cat Manx.
Yes, but she was just a hot chick with a Halloween costume.
Cat lady ears and weird freckles.
What was that? That was Magi Ranger.
No, Cat Manx, Dr. Manx from SPD. She was the hot.
SPD.
It
was both. They were both. In SPD.
I remember. Wasn't that like what's her face? Erin Cahill, was that her name?
Yeah, Erin. No, Erin Cahill is the Pink Ranger from Time Force.
Oh, I thought that was the same series.
Nope, Time Force is different.
Blurring the lines there.
Hey, they're both Power Ranger police. One just travels through time, and the other one is basically ICE. Power Rangers, immigration authority.
Yeah, one's a space traveler, another one's a donut eater. I get it.
Yeah, well, kinda, It's funny that SPD just managed to skirt around what the actual premise of the show is, which is illegal immigration. That's what mostly the Rangers are dealing with, is illegal immigration. Like they're constantly busting these people for having like businesses to hold up and their immigration status.
If I ran a major studio, I would green light like Power Ranger border cops like immediately.
That's what SPD boiled down to. And now they've entered Space Patrol Alpha. You know what that spells? SPA, SPA. So you have people with like a badge on their shirts now that say SPA. They work for the SPA.
Spa time. Okay.
Nobody thinks this through. Nobody. Every step of this season has felt like it's not my job, so I'm not going to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my job to make sure that the helmet colors match up with the shitty spandex and foam body armor we gave everybody, so everybody's boobs match. It's not my job to make sure that matches. Yeah.
Who's going to want to play with these action figures?
These are in fact women, right? Because I mean, it is 2023. We can't be too sure now.
Well, the person we know that the person in the orange uniform is a man that's like in the suit, but the other two are female stunt performers. That one is a man in the orange one.
But is that man born a woman?
No. He's like legit, like man. They just have him stunt in a girl's suit. That's all. He's not trans or anything. Like the female character that puts that suit on is a woman and identifies as such. But the stunt man under the helmet is a man. That's why he has biceps and the other ones don't. You see? Mm-hmm. See how like beefed up that orange one is? That orange is like, put it on. I'll meet you in the ladies' room.
Yeah, that one's definitely gowning down creatine on a regular.
Yeah,
that's weird because she's like smaller than the other ones.
Yeah,
it doesn't match up.
Right,
which is funny because that character is much bigger than her girlfriend.
Yes,
exactly.
It's morphing powers.
It's what we used to call back in the day a unit.
It's transmorphin time.
That's why they left her. That's why they left her skirt on. You could see his bulge through the skirt.
Yep.
So does it show? No, it doesn't show him doing the coin flip. It's so annoying. Oh, we can watch the Mochaccino Ranger transform. Hold on here. Yeah, no, it's I hate this so much.
Well, have you noticed that his costume is the same color as his skin? It's like it's supposed to be brown, but it's milked down.
Look at this. Look at that.
Oh,
Look, you
wow.
cannot. He looks naked. He's just standing in naked in green spaceland.
At least he's got his Yeezys on.
Yeah, right. You don't step into Morphin Grid with those scuffs on. You understand?
Even the Power Rangers are wearing LeBrons now. It's ridiculous.
We about them white walls up in here, all right? Yeah. But so they abandoned the Q Ranger suits, which chiefly use a wrist-mounted transformation device, right? You saw that, the star change where they pulled back that little slingshot thing and then the stars appeared. Well, Hasbro was like, that's a really neat idea, though. So they copied the wrist-mounted changer motif. It's like, why get rid of the Q Ranger suits then? What are you doing?
With the orb.
With the orb, yeah.
And the blaster on the morpher.
Exactly. Just like the Q Ranger Star Changer. No, we're not gonna bring it over.
No.
We need to see it like from the beginning when they throw it up in the air and like it's all stupid with the dumb dance they do in the beginning.
I'm trying to find it, but I ran across this first. So let's watch.
Okay, we'll watch this first then. Yeah.
Here we go. The Mochaccino Soar. And it goes up, they go up their ass. If you notice that, they flip up the ass of the dinosaurs. In the butt.
I mean, it probably wouldn't be the first time for him, so I mean, yeah.
Well, yeah. You know. But that's that. There is this, but like they just set it in there, right? So we can see more of the jumping in the butt sequence here. Ready? Let's jump in the butt.
It's probing time.
You see that? You see that? They went in the butt.
Gosh,
they went in the butt.
No.
Look, okay.
It's 2023. Everything's going up everyone's butts now. It's just the way the world works now.
You see that? They're going in the butt. In the butt. You see that?
I said what?
Right there. It's the look. There's the tail. She's literally going up the ass of that saber tooth.
It's like someone took the Thanos Ant-Man meme seriously.
What's adorable is that, like, look at them when they're all like, oh, they got their jammies on. They're ready for bed. See? Look at them. No, look, they're ready for bed. They got the jammies on.
I have to push back on something Henry says, that Power Rangers being corny after all these years. Excuse me, when has it never not been corny? Thank you very much.
About 6 times where they got very serious with the brand. Very serious. Like, humanity was extinct once, right? Okay,
Yeah.
like they drove humanity to a city called Corinth. Okay, and that was the last stand for humanity. All right, against the Terminator. They literally brought the Terminator into Power Rangers, and it won until the Power Rangers defeated the Central Brain to it. One of the Rangers was a forced cybernetic hybrid, a forced cyborg. He didn't even know that he was like neck down robot. His sister was blind from birth. The robots tore out her eyeballs and gave her camera eyes. They show the scars around her eyelids. Like they got really fucking serious with it a couple times there.
That was Disney's last season. That's the funny part.
Mm-hmm.
Disney's like, let's just do it.
Disney's like, we're already fired. We might as well just go all in.
In 20 years, everyone's going to hate us. We might as well just have a badass Power Rangers seasons.
So don't bother with the colors of the Zords. It doesn't matter. Everybody drives whatever they want, whenever they. It's like they have a bunch of cars at the house. Everybody just takes keys and goes. You know, whatever's closest to the road from the driveway, they take. And
Not even trying to color coordinate this.
Nope, not even. You got like the Red Ranger, the Black Ranger, the Blue Ranger, and the Orange Ranger all piloting the pink Phoenix thing here. Oh, and for anybody who's familiar with the lore, Eltar's back. Remember Zordon? His planet was destroyed in the war with Rita.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't apparently, and they're all just cool, and their buildings look just like ours. It's really weird how
that's convenient.
Yeah. Until they go to the CGI castle, and then it looks like some weird Fiverr fantasy land. But
So this is the one thing about Power Rangers that I just never gonna get over with the newer seasons. Is like I like the aesthetic of just having like two guys in like costumes, like smashing cardboard buildings, and while they fight.
Yep. Yep. There you go. Fury power is what they shout to the sky when they're done.
Wow.
Oh yeah. It's one of those ones. One of those ones, gang. But yeah. So our what's that?
Cider, did you ever see that picture of JDF in the cockpit seat? Can't speak.
Yeah, he was in the Scorpion one. Yeah. Yeah, I think he was in Japan and he just went over when they were filming.
When they were doing the Q Ranger filming.
Yeah, yeah. He posted that around the time that Cosmic Fury was announced, and we were like, "Oh shit, he's going evil again."
I remember that. Yeah, I was like, "Oh, this would make a perfect 30th anniversary." Like, give Tommy a purple costume and a cape. I'm there for it.
Yeah. Nope. Never mind. Never mind. We're not doing that. But yeah, so this is one of our lead villains. Squidelia, I think her name is, and she has a tentacle penis. It's just right there. It's just, oh, by the way, everything's tentacles. So if you're into tentacle porn, this show tentacle porn.
It feels like everyone's just like sneaking their fetish into the show in ways that they hope that nobody notices.
Oh yeah, there's binding all over the place. The binding fetish is all through this. Slime fetish is all over the place. Jizz fetish, like projectile slime fetish, that's there. And then the tentacle fetish.
Yeah,
what did you think of that?
That's exactly what I need. A Power Ranger season written by Tumblr.
Now, Perret, you noticed all the tentacle stuff there. That was quite a bit, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel represented with the foot fetish.
Right.
Going to Power Rangers now.
So this monster here, this was created for the show? This wasn't brought over from Super Sentai?
Correct. That's why there's a tentacle penis.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And everything's just tacked on, you see. Nothing's tucked in. Those tentacles.
It's not even like really attached. Just like somebody just stapled it to the pants.
Yep. And that's where it is. Yep. So again, this has all the hallmarks of we tried.
we didn't try. That's
not my job, right? Not my job. Has all the hallmarks. Yeah, this show was wall to wall Rule 24. I've never seen more cleavage in a Power Rangers series, and I've seen all of them. I've never seen more cleavage than in this one. They just really horny making this. A lot of butt shots too, like a lot of that Fast and the Furious hip level walking shots with the girls. Like they were really horny making this.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our. Go ahead.
And it's the first Power Rangers seasons without hot chicks.
Yeah, well, it's
Hunter is definitely was good looking when Dino Fury started 6 years ago, but she's definitely aged into an old woman, still playing a 17-year-old girl.
Well, Perret, you mentioned her head looked tiny.
What are we talking about? The Red Ranger? I don't know these characters' names. I've only seen
the
this
little
season.
Red Ranger. Yeah,
her head is so tiny.
Red Ranger.
She looks really weird. Yeah.
But this villain, as we're looking at right here, this villain was made for the show, and this villain is a war profiteer villain. Not even trying to hide it. All about selling weapons, wants to create eternal intergalactic war forever and profit from it. So that's what you're looking at. Now, as soon as we're agreed with this, she's offering this drink to Lord fucking Zed. For no real reason.
Didn't that voice actor die like 10 years ago?
Yeah, and they have a guy doing go ahead.
A terrible version. Doesn't even sound like Zed to me.
No, it doesn't, but he's trying his damnedest to pull off an Axelrod impression. But this is imitation Zed, but he's back. They just brought him back in Dino Fury, and he completely wiped the floor with the team and walked away, which sends a horrible message to children, by the way. We must remember, too.
Are we going to have to nerf this version of the character like we did with the one 30 years ago, too?
Oh, I'll tell you about the ending. Don't worry. So what happens here is that Zed's introduced. Now, he's not new to this era of Power Rangers. He was brought back in Dino Fury. One of their characters, reached into another dimension and plucked him out. And that's what they explained. He just he's here now. He's going to take over this universe because he's the strongest. He's like a Vegeta, Megatron fusion. This is pretty much his attitude. He's power hungry, and he's like, I am the strongest. No one can ever be stronger than me. In fact, he has a saying that the strongest can never rest. You know, they can never rest because in order to be the strongest, you must constantly face challengers. And this is how Zed talks.
And they just totally were like, "Oh yeah, we didn't watch the last episode of In Space, and we're not going to."
Well, so I can explain this too. Spoil the ending for you. We're gonna get into that in a minute here. Don't worry. But so Zed's back anyway. He's here. It doesn't matter anymore. Rita got blown up in Once and Always. Remember, she was a robot. Blew her up, so she's gone. But she was back. So they just don't care. It doesn't matter, right? But they rely so heavily on the lore. That's the irritating part about the series is that it's pure fan fiction. It's 1000% fan fiction. So Zed's back, right? And no one liked that. But anyway, so Zed's back. He's ultra powerful. He's completely unstoppable. And he's teamed up with this warmonger to supply him with an invasionary force so he can just take over the universe in one foul swoop. That's what his plan is. He's also uber duper spooky. But then we meet the daughter of the main villainess. And she is this annoying TikTok sensation who is a Zed groupie who wants to make herself famous off of recording Zed's conquest and assisting him. And she walks around with a selfie stick. And that's how she do.
So
And
relatable.
you can see the screw on the back of it. That's the worst part.
How do we get Gen Z? Oh, I got an idea.
We need a TikToker monster.
Mm-hmm.
But she's an airhead.
Somebody dust off that selfie stick that we've had in storage since 2014.
Lord Canadian Z. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's what they did with her. And her name is Squilia, and she is the comic relief female, constantly getting into trouble, ignoring her situation, and falling in love with a random weirdo from the literal internet, actually. From the literal internet.
So, smash or pass?
Hard pass. They got their weird little dance. Oh, they do! I found it! It's got the weird little dance. I found it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, great.
Okay, here we go.
This is the masterpiece.
This is them with their weird little dance. They got all their buddies together, and they're going to do a group formation. Okay, here we go.
Oh, I love it.
It's morphin' time. Are you ready? You ready? Now pay attention to their hips. They do a little Britney
thrust,
Spears thing here.
It's morphin' time.
Ugh. Okay, like there's dinosaurs inside of this. What the fuck does this have to do with space?
This is Jurassic Park.
Yeah, again. They just toss them into the air, right? Just bling, right off into the air. Okay.
Okay, Mr. Perfect.
And then they this literally. Wait a minute. Okay, so it didn't perfectly drop in there. Watch. And it's out of alignment. It is not going to land in the hole, and then it just jumps into the hole.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Story of my life.
Everything about this production is not my job.
Yes, Lowrider Jeans is the leader of this group, I guess.
Yeah. Like, they literally make her, like, a dude-style leader. Like,
Yeah, she's always giving everybody pep talks and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, her first name is Hunter, so, I mean, that probably doesn't matter.
In the show.
In real life, it's Amelia in the show.
Yeah. So, no.
And when the few episodes of Dino Fury that I watched, I was like, oh, I really like Hunter Dino. She's cool. But I kind of appreciated kind of a tomboy Pink Ranger. It was a little change when we had a more, I guess, the masculine other, like the Yellow Rangers, I guess the Green Ranger in this one. The yellow one's always been the more tomboy, so it was kind of neat to see just pretty much a dude as a chick, I guess, with what's the Green Ranger's name in this damn show?
Izzy.
Izzy, like Izzy was like almost a dude, And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, well, so I guess the chick's a tomboy now in the Pink Ranger. I was like, oh, that's a change.
Yep.
She's such a
Only-
dude. She ripped her skirt off.
Yeah, that's the pink. That's the green one. Yeah, green one. They didn't show it. They didn't show it. The only one that's left is the black dude wearing yellow. That's it. He's the only one left. The other body's been like morphin gridded. But they show it laying in his lap. It's so bad. But yeah, that guy, it leads into this scene where they're like, I am not your friend. I am not even going to tell you who I am. It's so mysterious. Maximum mysterious.
This show sounds lovely. It sounds lovely.
Yeah, it was great.
I was say, would you want the lesbian to make out as the dude was dying?
I mean, they did that in Star Wars, right? That's what happened in Star Wars.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah. That
Oh,
last
yeah.
Star Wars movie was. Thanks for
So-
reminding me that existed.
This guy bit it so hard. Watch it. He fell to Earth as a PNG.
He crash landed here.
He bonked his head and broke his visor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he needs some
Yeah, he
milk.
literally got slam dunked from space, but he only got a couple of ouchie boo boos.
Broke my glasses.
He stumbled into the forest. And when he was close to collapse, he came across a glowing tree.
As one does.
I was gonna say, like, how long were they searching in that park to find a tree that looks like that?
About 5 minutes. Probably. Give or take. But yeah, that's what you're dealing with. So that he gets treeified. And then he emerges from the tree wearing his Jedi Gandalf outfit.
Is it
Jesus.
just me or does the staff look like a pile of Power Rangers props?
Yes.
Like
all glued
mishmashed together.
That's the Pink Ranger's bow in his hand, right?
No,
Oh.
but it's meant to evoke certain. It's totally new, but it's really.
I see what
Okay.
you're saying. I see what you're saying. I see it. Yeah.
And that's like Estramina's stick at the top. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it looks pretty close to her diamond. It's kind of like a squatted out diamond.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, and then they use their telepathy to free themselves from an evil forest. Okay, they just grow their piccolo antenna when they need to communicate with trees. They're gonna telepathically.
Maybe it's defending itself. Hold on.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how.
I like how
can
the
never watch
tree's
this.
veiny.
Yeah.
The tree's veiny.
There's a lot of tentacle porn in here. Get used to it if you watch the rest of this.
We don't want to hurt you. You've been tricked by Ollie.
Those are the Sentinels, by the way.
Which
And they're like,
they look
they're like
just like the in space.
yeah, they look like Quantrons. That's what
They're like Tanglers, but worse.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, and they're like union workers. They talk. They like have conversations and stuff, and well, you'll see if they show it.
It was because it was funny in the Mandalorian with the stormtroopers, so they just took that
Okay,
idea.
now watch. What do you think is going to happen? They said,
Gosh.
"Tree, we're on your side. We're not trying to hurt you." And the tree was like, "Well, in that case, these two guys are dead."
Get wrecked.
They just end these two guys. I was just doing my job. That was 2 days from retirement.
It's like, we come in peace. Sucks for you.
Yeah, pieces. I am no friend to the trees.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it just totally ended that guy.
This is somebody's villain arc.
Yeah. They just asked the trees for help.
My
The trees
parents were killed by trees.
Yes. When trees attack tonight on Fox. Come on, no more lesbian kisses in the episode. What do you mean? This is, I mean, in this kids show, yeah, right, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, the kiss quota is pretty low here.
In the original series, like, I mean, did Kimberly and Tommy kiss like maybe what once?
Once.
I think it was.
can't.
I think it was twice. It was like one Valentine's Day episode and one of the Christmas
Yeah.
episodes.
But it like that barely happened either. Like even though they were kind of a couple, it wasn't ever like thrown in our faces. They weren't like always talking about their love life.
And then he got John Deered.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he's like, "Screw it! I'm gonna get with the new Pink Ranger, who is actually a cat turned into a human, and then marry her in the future."
Let's not think too hard about that, right?
I forgot she was a cat. That's right.
Yeah. We're just.
I mean,
her name
is Cat, for crying out loud.
Right. It's so on the nose.
Like I wonder if he thought about that like every time they like kissed or whatever.
He's like, "Yeah, I'm getting me some pussy tonight."
He's like tasting his tongue there, like, no, it doesn't taste like cat food. Okay, we're all right. Like, what's this about? Oh, it's litter box. Oh no, it's litter box.
Yeah, did Catherine did she use a toilet as an adult or as a human? Did she, like, who taught her that?
Yeah, right. Was that Tommy's job? He's like, yeah, fuck that bitch, but I gotta teach her how to use the toilet first. She keeps pooping in the closet. So like, when you see Kat leave the bathroom, right, and she like drags her feet on the floor like she's wiping her feet. How cats do that? Just, and Tommy's just like he like puts his newspaper down. And he says, "You have to do that every time, every time, really." But okay. I think I found the Zordon scene. Hold on, we'll close out the stream with this one. This is just such a piece of work. Here you go. Okay, I can feel your friend's presence in the grid.
This reminds me of that scene from like the second Matrix movie.
Yeah, except they're not going to do kung fu.
You can feel your friend's presence in the grid. Could you bring him back? I know that your friend is very important. And it does seem that the universe would be a better place with him in it. But I'm afraid that Zato's mortal life is over. That I cannot change.
In other words, your friend's dead.
Perhaps I can help you in other ways. Right now, your other friends need you. I will send you back to them.
He's like, "I don't care about those friends, though."
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we can.
There's something I used to say in times such as these. May the power protect you.
Yeah, that happened.
I can feel your friend's presence.
That was the only key. That was the only hint they were supposed to give us. Was that may the power protect you. And that's supposed to be like, oh my god, it's Zordon! It's Zordon possessing Zato's body! Oh my god, it's Zordon, he's alive, he's out there! I told you he wasn't dead, Mom!
Yeah, Mom.
I fucking hate it.
You're 39 years old, get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah, right? Like, who the hell is Zordon? Does he pay rent around here? Mom's like Rita.
Oh god.
After 10,000 years, he's finally gone.
But that's that. That's that. It all ends with them having a stupid concert sung by the Black Ranger, the actual Black Ranger, not the African American Ranger. And I don't know what kind of trouble I'm gonna get for that one. But anyway, yeah. So that it ended with that, and Zato as a god is looking down on them through a portal and says, "Cool, cool, coolio." And that's it.
I mean, they should
anticlimactic.
I mean, they could have at least ended it with them jumping out of a plane.
No, it's too expensive, dude. They like easy baked this entire season, man.
Yeah. You can, it's all nature scenes and stuff if it's not green screen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they tried, but they just didn't. See, Simon complained in his tweets that there's too much difficulty lining up location shots with Q Ranger. And that's because most of the Q Ranger footage, like combat stuff, is in cities. They're liberating cities across the universe. They're not fighting in a field.
Right.
I know there was no rock quarry fights in this one either, I noticed.
Yeah, they avoided the gravel pits with Cosmic Fury, but Q Ranger has a shit ton of them toward the end.
Mm-hmm.
and because that's when they wanted all their explosions. But yeah, most of Q Ranger is shot in cities, and we don't have cities that are as clean and beautiful and illustrious as Japanese cities right now. So,
or nor we ever will.
Yeah, well, not in our lifetime.
Yeah.
But they what? But anyway,
broke your brain there for a second.
well, no, Truth is in the chat asking, does she also have those giant nipples? And I'm like, who?
Like, which she? You gotta narrow it down.
But so Cosmic Fury, they complain too about a lot of the material from Q Ranger being just laughable, and I don't know about that myself.
No.
What their problem is that the Super Sentai is made for children, and so the
Which is
ambiance.
funny because they're pretty dick to kids historically, right?
Well, yeah, they used to blow them up and shoot them in the show.
Yeah.
One famous scene is of a grandfather throwing a grenade at his grandson and blowing him up. And
You shouldn't have talked back.
Well, that was why he got grenaded. Yeah. But they take that shit seriously in Japan. But so what they have a problem with is that it embraces this sort of like, we're going to teach morality attitude, right? Brush your teeth, do well in school, that kind of thing. But it pairs it up with Bruce Lee violence, right? And so but it doesn't make it so herky-jerky as it is with the modern Power Rangers, where you have like Dragon Ball Z violence with Three Stooges comedy. In Japan, you have like this, if you guys remember these like tweenager shows, do you remember those? Like Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch. It wasn't Buffy. We weren't at Buffy yet. But it's like just a step down from Buffy, almost to Buffy. That's what you get out of Super Sentai. And that's perfect for Power Rangers. The problem is that on the American end, they're too held back by politics to be able to bring over a lot of the Japanese innuendo. A lot of the Japanese, like, I have a feeling they got done with Super Sentai because the last 3 seasons have used guns as the transformation weapon. And so, yeah, it's too controversial in the U.S. Now, Simon, the showrunner, former showrunner, complained that they couldn't do Lupin Ranger versus Patho Ranger, which is thieves versus
because of the cops.
Cops and robbers, yeah.
Cops and robbers because of the cops. It was too controversial.
Yeah.
So,
even though there's been like 4 other Power Ranger cop shows.
But again, well, see, Simon's a leftist, a hyper leftist. That's how he got his job. And so that's why he can't bring himself to make any good showing of the police, because, that would be terrible. So, and again, the Japanese also sort of embrace an open sexuality. So a lot of the Q Ranger footage also has like some horny stuff going on in it. Cammy is played by a beautiful Japanese idol. And they do not hide that with her. Not at all. At any chance to get her in a skin-tight ninja suit, she's in a skin-tight ninja suit. You can see her butt cheeks throbbing with each heartbeat. That's...
She was my favorite Ranger in that series, too.
Yeah, waifu material right there.
Yes. My favorite Green Ranger, get out of the way, JDF.
Right.
Hammy, new Green Ranger for me.
Oh,
There's a new
He
Green
literally
Ranger.
did get out of the way. Yeah.
Right.
Ooh, too soon.
But
it's only been 10 months.
Yeah, right. We gotta wait a full year, damn it. But we have a moratorium on Power Ranger suicide jokes around here. But the Q Ranger has a lot of political overtones as well, because the Phoenix Ranger, Ho-Oh Soldier, he goes on to be president of the planet. So while he's saving people, he's not like campaigning with them, but he's like explaining stoically how he would change the world around him. So like in a lot of the scenes where he's rescuing people, he's explaining this wouldn't happen. I have a vision for the future, as he's trying to calm them down. So you have the Ranger footage of him interacting with people, So you'd have to cut that out completely because you can't have a Power Ranger talking about politics, least of all stuff that would stop crime, right? So
Then you wouldn't have any Power Rangers.
well, apparently that's the case, right? We wouldn't have police if we didn't have crime,
That's
right?
what it's evolving into, I guess, with his new vision for the show.
But that's where they have a problem. Now, I think they had a big failing by not bringing across the Qtama, the little ball holder devices from the Japanese footage. The Qtama were just endlessly collectible. You could make 1,000 of them if you wanted to. They don't have to do anything but light up. But as usual, Hasbro shot themselves in the foot, and they put out the equivalent of Rise of Skywalker. That's really the closest thing I can compare Cosmic Fury to is Rise of Skywalker. It's very obviously written by committee. It's very obviously done with the peak amount of current year politics in it. And it reeks of not my job.
Not my job, not my problem.
Look at the production. If you, Jacob, as we go, there'll be like clips on YouTube that you can, pop open the 2 or 3 minute clips. You can laugh at it. You'll see everybody on this freaking crew was just like, whatever, it's not my job, and walked away. That
my check cleared.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It just feels like no one had any heart in this.
No.
Yeah.
No. Well, hold on. I will say that the guy who played the purple kick-ass guy, not the Power Ranger, the guy who didn't morph, but that guy, Tarek, I think his name is. The father.
Dad.
Yeah. The dad was like, dads have a purpose. And he like wipes out he takes out a monster by himself without Ranger powers. I mean, if I was a Power Ranger and I was all duded up in my spandex and helmet and I saw a regular dude just own a monster, I couldn't. I'm like, hey man, you obviously deserve this more than me, dude. Like you could do a hell of a lot more with it.
Like it's all yours, buddy.
Nope, never morphs. He just beats the ass off the Sentinels and the monsters and then just leaves the movie. He's gone with the show. He's just done being in the show now. Bye.
Arrivederci.
Yep. And again, they had 10 episodes to work with, but they didn't know what to do with them. And this again is part of Hasbro's plan to crash land the IP into whatever Lionsgate is going to bring to cinemas.
They already did that.
Nope.
Why are we allowing Lionsgate to make another Power Rangers anything?
Why are we allowing Lionsgate to exist? That's the real question.
I mean, they brought us
those Hunger Games movies. They just funded them for life.
It wasn't Saw. Saw did pretty.
Oh,
well.
or not? Or did they do the Twilight as well? They did all those.
Yeah, they did Twilight, but they also did. Oh my gosh, Pacific Rim. Lionsgate was behind that, and that was massive overseas.
I liked Pacific Rim.
Yeah,
I mean, it's definitely a better PR than the thing that we just watched.
Yeah, they could learn a lot from that. Like, honestly, the Del Toro treatment for Power Rangers wouldn't suck. I don't think it would suck. I think it would be really out there. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he'd lose the spirit of average people laying down their lives to defend the Earth. That's at the core of Power Rangers.
My only qualm with Pacific Rim is just the mech designs are just really bad.
They're really dull.
I hate them so much. Like they really kill the movie for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think they're too militaristic. They don't look like anything. They don't really have a motif. Like Cherno Alpha is just a giant cooling tower, nuclear cooling tower. That's all he is.
Yeah.
It's like they're from Russia, so they're a giant nuclear cooling tower. Get it? Get it? Russians, Chernobyl, Cherno Alpha. Get it? Get it? It's like, God damn it, Del Toro.
You remember? I remember.
But the characters are really good, and the story was really good. But
and apparently, Gypsy Tango is just is just like diesel powered. Apparently, nuclear or something. I don't know. They don't specify why Gypsy's totally different than the other machines and why it's immune to the EMP monster, but it is. It's analog, whatever that means for a 30-story fucking robot. I don't understand why it's EMP proof. It doesn't make any sense. What does it run on? Just fucking cables? Is that it? Is
It
it
runs
just
on
cable?
hopes and dreams.
Yeah, Del Toro's imagination. That's what it runs on.
You know,
and Red Bull.
what's kind of crazy to think is, everyone hates on it. Every PR fan that I've ever spoke to, they always hate it. But Super Mega Force had a better anniversary season.
It truly did.
That's the world we live
Super
in.
Mega Force. I'm not even kidding. This redeems Super Mega Force.
We're in a great spot where everything's going great.
It's kind of like what happened with the prequels, right? Like everyone hated the prequels until the sequels, and now they're like the prequels are good. I like the first 6 stars.
Yeah, it's the thing though, right? It's like it's not really that it's good. It's just that it's so much better compared to the crap that we've gotten now. Like it's just not as bad. That's where we've gotten with the whole discourse. It's like, well, this isn't nearly as bad as what this is.
So maybe we'll enjoy Cosmic Fury when we get Mighty Morphin Riverdale Rangers.
Yeah. Yep.
Go, Mighty Morphin Riverdale Rangers.
By the way, in case you were trying to avoid knowing this, wasting your life energy on it anyway, there is an animated Pacific Rim television show for children.
I saw that on Netflix, but I was like, it's okay. I'll pass.
It's really rough because they got to tear it down real hard to not make it horrific to children. And it's in a post-apocalyptic wasteland where the monsters won. So it's really hard to get, I got into the first 3 episodes. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, in other words, the struggle is going to be real for a while.
Yeah. Pacific Rim has really lost it. It's done. So, it was with the sequel, but this even further deteriorates it. It's like
I never watched the sequel, so
it's like Zoids and Voltron got together, and that's basically what this is. But it's on a dystopian Earth. So, a brother and sister pilot this, by the way. They're 12.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yep, they're just piloting this robot because that's what. Things happen, Gundam, come on. There's like a 14-year-old piloting a weapon of war, and the military's completely cool with that. So, they even strive to do that. They're like, oh, man, they got a 14-year-old. We need one, too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, we have to jump ahead of this 14-year-old market before we end up getting lost behind.
But there you go. That was the end of Power Rangers. That's it. Unless they
the series will never come back. It'll never recover.
Well, it's not that. It's that it is actually over. Simon Bennett said this ends Power Rangers that began in 1993. That's over with. That ended here.
Remember when we ended the Power Rangers that ended in 1993, like 1997, and everyone was happy?
Well, no. That's what I'm saying, though, is that this is over. What happened with In Space is that In Space got so popular halfway through that they couldn't end it. They had to go into the next
Power
one.
Rangers.
It really did. This is not going to have that effect. And Simon already recognized that because, again, Hasbro has sold off their television production studio. There is no intent of Hasbro helming a television Power Rangers anytime soon. Like a TV-ready one, anyway.
Yeah.
It'll be for movies.
In Space got so popular near the end that they're like, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. And you're like, oh, it's the sequel? Nope. Entirely different show, but... enjoy.
We're gonna act like it's a sequel by having In Space show up randomly.
Yeah,
it was fine. It was good.
No, I love Lost Galaxy. I'm not.
It had Leo in it. Leo ripped his shirt off. He was so mad at Trakina, and she was hot, like Bug Lady. Like you want to talk about smash? I would smash that Bug Lady.
I see what you did there. You smashed that Bug Lady.
I smashed that Bug Lady. But yeah, that's.
So when do we think the? Do we have any idea when the film is going to come out? The relaunch, the restart.
Jonathan Entwistle has been in charge of a reboot for 4 years now, and he has not mentioned any casting, any plot points, in like 3 interviews.
Well, it was COVID and the writer's strike. A lot of shit has happened.
No,
COVID.
Oh, so nothing is in production right now. Then
absolutely nothing.
Oh, okay.
The intention of doing this 10-episode thing was to bridge into the reboot. Simon said that last year when they concluded filming, was that Cosmic Fury was the bridge into the reboot. But as we saw at the ending, it's just over. Yeah, you remember it?
I do. Yeah, I remember him saying that.
but there's no. It's like a bridge to nowhere. There's nothing there. Entwistle and this Betty or Betsy, this other person they hired in. She was basically a former Obama advisor. They brought her in, and they produced nothing. So
nothing says Power Rangers like Obama.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, he was an executive producer at Netflix for 6 years. So, I mean,
yeah, people forget about that little reign of terror.
Yeah, he actually approved the Death Note movie.
It sounds like a meme.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, not only is Obama gay and likes crack, he also gave us Death Note Netflix movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, fuck, man.
What a career,
right?
What
Just
a
count
life.
that. Yeah.
President of the United States and an executive producer on Death Note, the movie.
Yeah, well, you're right, Truth. It's just, what is there to reboot? It's a show that has existed on the premise that there will be a new team and a new story every year. So what is there to reboot? You get a reboot every freaking year.
Exactly. When they try to tie it in, it destroys like the essence of what it is. That's why it doesn't make sense to me to have all this lore and all this stuff.
See, that was a point that Power Rangers in Space succeeded at, is they made up new lore that connected everything without leaning into everything that was established in the Zordon era. You weren't fighting King Mondo in Power Rangers in Space. You weren't fighting Rita. You were fighting Divatox. You were dealing with Astronema, who was told to do it on her own. So that you got justified with the Mega Ranger footage. They just swapped her out for the villain in Mega Ranger, who again was a purple-haired villainess. So anytime that you had her on screen and they had like the Mega Rangers fighting her, they could cut that in. Again, Saban Brands knew what the hell they were doing. That's why they took the risk they did with In Space by making that the last season. Granted, it does pull a lot from Star Trek. You can feel the fingerprints of Next Generation all throughout. Like the hallway walking scenes. That's right out of Next Generation.
Yeah, it always cut to the spaceship.
Yes, before they would go inside the spaceship. So you got the establishing shot, then the interior shot.
Yes.
And the circular command center inside of the megaship was just like the circular cockpit, a circular bridge of the Enterprise D, the big D. And that's, the fingerprints of that are all over the place, but they didn't rub it in your face the way they did with Cosmic Fury. It's like, look at Star Wars. It's Star Wars. The morphing grid is the Force. Sato's Jesus. Everything is Star Wars. And, it's great. That's what they did. They just were like, Star Wars is, somebody cares about it. We're going to just borrow that motif. And there's Cosmic Fury.
I mean, even In Space Power Rangers mentioned the Debega system.
Yeah. Though they In Space made a bunch of planets up. Like Obsidian.
No, they referenced Star Wars and Star Trek planets in space.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Like,
so again,
it's all canon until Disney sues us.
Yeah. Well, Disney actually had some of the best Power Ranger seasons. Whoever was in charge was the executive producer at the time when they took Ninja Storm out, right?
Yeah.
Ninja Storm was Disney's first Power Ranger season. They moved it to New Zealand, hired New Zealand actors, and went in. They made up their own villain. They made up their own story, and there they went. They made up their own music even. And Ninja Storm is regarded as one of the best seasons in the entire franchise.
Another Ranger who kills himself.
Yeah, well, he died of cancer, I think.
Pretty sure he checked himself out.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, quite a few of those going around. But well,
at least he didn't get charged with murder. So I mean,
well, Wild Force, man, wild.
No, it was wild, all right.
Yeah, it was wild. I hope that he would say that, like wild access, and stab somebody.
Like he does his morphing saying right before he nicks someone in the neck.
But the funny thing is at the completion of that, you have to scratch the ground like you're a horny bull or something. Yeah. So he's doing that with the sword on the ground in front of him. He's scratching the floor, and the guy's like, "What the fuck? Are you turning into a wolf?" And then he stabs him. I'm a Power Ranger.
Get out of my apartment.
It's morphin time, bitch. You're gonna meet the Morphin Master. Say hi to Zato for me. Sending you to the Morphin Grid, buddy.
I could just imagine him like in his cell, like screaming at someone like that, and there's like nobody there, and like all his cellmates just looking at him.
But meanwhile, he's in jail with a bunch of like Gen Zers who grew up with him as their Red Ranger. So they're like, "Oh my god, you're my hero."
Exactly. Hey man,
like
you were on that TV show back in the day, right?
Yeah, you played Cole, right? And he's like,
Yeah.
"Yes, I did." Does that mean you're gonna shank me? No,
No,
I love you
be
for me.
even worse. It'd be like, yeah, you were on that TV show years ago. What was that? That Beetleborgs, right? Beetleborgs.
Beetleborgs, yeah. But yeah, no, that's again like Power Rangers in Space was meant to be the end of the franchise when they thought it was kind of over with, and then it breathed so much new life into it that it kept going for another 18 seasons. So
They just kept going and going and going.
It's because like almost like every like 4 years there'd be a hit. And
Yeah.
it'd get him another 4 years.
Yeah. But again, I mean, like, this is what you get with the seasons, though, is it rebooted every time. The Saban didn't have a lot of money in the beginning, so they made do with what they had. They had cheap ass actors that kept coming back for more. So as long as you kept signing the contracts, you'd stay on the show. And so Saban just kept doing that. Now, when Disney got a hold of it, it evolved so many leagues above what the Saban brands had done with it. And from that point on, Power Rangers became like sort of a stock in your household. Like every year, the Power Rangers seasons, I think Operation Overdrive was the only one Disney had that was like a super mega flop. Because all the other ones were just stellar. SPD had their own like parade thing in the Macy's Day Parade. It was so popular. The Police Power Rangers, for goodness sake. They were in the Macy's Day Parade. So it was a very highly regarded brand under Disney. The Power Rangers float still appears in the Disney Light Parade. Has the Mystic Force Rangers on it. And that's still there. And so the brand itself had the ability to keep going, but it just, when Neo Saban took it back, the money was gone again. The Disney money was gone. So the show once again fell into the old, like 1993 problems. And Hasbro, I don't know what their game plan is. They got outed by Project Veritas about 3 years. Well, I want to say back in 17 or 18 for fully embracing critical race theory, top to bottom. A whistleblower went to Project Veritas and sat down with James O'Keefe and explained like how it all worked and how they were training people to like hate whiteness and reject white culture and how everybody was a colonizer at a toy company.
Well, that sounds about right.
Makes stuff for children. Yeah. It's like Pepsi Coke saying be less white, you know?
Mm-hmm. That I will take you up on your offer.
But that's that. So it's over now, though. It's over. And I don't know. I don't know
what a ride. What a ride, you know, from me seeing commercials on Fox from the Batman animated series. Watch Power Rangers coming this August. And, you know.
So are we assured that Bulk and Skull are not coming back in any time in the future?
God, I hope not.
I would just watch that. If it was just Bulk and Skull, they're just like in their 60s and they're just old and they're just hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
They're on their like kooky adventures, like Cheech and Chong, just 60-year-old dudes getting into mischiefs.
Yeah, I'm not interested. No thanks.
No.
Oh yeah. Bulk and Skull playing with the Power Ranger tech. It's like a 5-minute short where they're in a workshop and they're trying to like take it apart and figure it out how it works. And the two of them keep like electrocuting each other and shit like that.
Or how about like a West Wing style show, but with Bulk and Skull, where Skull is the president of the United States.
Why
and
not?
Bulk is like his general advisor.
Yeah, not the vice president, because God forbid, right?
No, he's like Colin Powell. He's that position.
General Bolkemeyer.
Yes, I would watch that, dude.
President Skulovich.
Yeah.
Because America
like
needs a
their
nookie.
theme song is like literally like the lowrider song from War.
Mm-hmm. Well, I appreciate it. This was cathartic. I don't know what to make of it. Hopefully, you guys can think of something. If you can't, there's always fan fiction, I guess. Worked for me for 10 years.
I realized that Power Rangers was dead when Hasbro bought it, and they didn't release the seasons on DVD. And so, I'm looking at my set from Mighty Morphin all the way to Dino Charge. That's the end of that's it. Hasbro is just all there's no DVD, there's no record of it on my shelf, so that doesn't count.
I mean, I have an idea for a future like series of Power Rangers, but it's basically going to devolve into like softcore porn. So I'm not sure if that works with today's family-friendly environment. But I mean, it's there if anyone wants it. You know,
it's Super Sentai.
That would imply that there's families today. So I think you'll be all right.
Yeah, well, you know, good point. How about you, Perrette?
What, for future Power Rangers?
No. What do you think of the whole thing?
I mean, like I said, I hate that it kind of negates everything that happened in Pris. You know, if this is the end, like, this is really sad, but whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been watching it. I liked Beast Morphers, but I haven't watched after that because I just didn't care. Yeah.
But that's that. I've been through all of them. I watched all of them. As you can tell, I can remember most of the characters because why not? I also struggle to remember my birthday sometimes, so you know maybe that could be a problem. But
yeah, get that looked at.
Yeah, I got Power Rangers information where my birth date belongs. That's a problem.
I see problems.
You remember the Yellow Ranger's name from Ninja Storm?
Yeah,
your own birthday.
Dustin. Yep.
But you didn't remember. I had to look it up. It was Katie from Time Ranger Yellow.
No, Katie. Okay, so they've had a couple Katies.
Time Force. I said Time Ranger. Sorry, Time Force.
Same difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't look forward to whatever they're rebooting this into. It doesn't sound like anything that made it. Yeah, it doesn't sound like anything that made it popular to begin with. And Power Rangers without Tokusatsu makes it like every other show on the CW we saw in the Arrowverse. Just a melodramatic wash of Instagram filters and SJW talking points.
Well, it's kind of like they're just like, hey, you know all the things that make Power Rangers? Yeah, we're going to do that without any of it. Like robots? That's stupid. Monsters? Also stupid. Guys in costumes? Stupid.
It's funny that you say like they're going to turn Power Rangers into the CW shows, because every time I used to watch any of those shows, I used to just complain and be like, this is just Power Rangers for adults. Yeah, every time I watch those shows.
Everything's for adult now. Power Rangers, Pokemon, you know, pro wrestling. We're still in 1990. We just haven't grown up yet.
Well, you know, and now gender transition is for kids, you know?
Yeah, it's the one thing that's for children is to rip off your balls.
Yeah. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning into this discussion of Cosmic Fury. I know we bounced all over the place, and it wasn't at all like one of those fancy EFAP things that those other guys do that I can't remember the name of at the moment. But maybe we'll get better at it some other time. Maybe we'll review a previous season that doesn't suck, so you can hear positive things.
Ooh, Die Ranger.
Yeah, right. Maybe we talk about the Sentai. We'll see what happens. But thank you all for tuning in. I play a long intro video to get out of here, so if you folks don't want to hang around through that, that's fine too. But feel free to hit like, subscribe, slap that bell, because I don't go live on the regular. But that's that.
Maybe you should.
Yeah, right. To talk.
I go live too regular.
Oh yeah. So Jacob, what are you up to?
Yeah, I got a channel called Society Reviews. Monday nights is our Bible Lens podcast. Tuesday night is our Barroom podcast, and then on Friday nights is our movie review show. And this Friday night we're gonna be we're gonna be watching live on Rumble and on Twitch. What's the movie? Can't Hardly Wait, the 1998 film with Jennifer Love Hewitt. So go check us out on Friday nights if you're available.
Yeah, and I appear over there for the Barroom podcast and sometimes for movie nights when Jacob really wants to hear me laugh at dumb stuff. So,
yep.
Yeah. Bats, you got a YouTube channel?
Yeah, but I forget I do.
Okay. Well,
yeah, you just look up your friend Bats on YouTube and Twitter.
Yeah, like me, it's the same guy everywhere you go. Yeah. Every platform. But yeah, I'm going to put the link in the chat, guys. So if you're watching in the replay, just check for it over here in the chat replay. And we will catch you later. Perrette, do you have anything you want to leave us with?
No.
Okay.
May the
that
power
was-
protect you.
Yeah, there we go. May
She's
the
like, for the
power-
love of God, just end it.
I know, right? I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm already dead.
May the power protect you.
Destiny turned her face, nightmares and violent shapes. State of dreaming has left me numb. Blue eyes and wandering lips, true life through fingertips. Hidden tales of forbidden love. You've left me miserable, 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 miserable. Visions of better times, kingdoms and lilac wine. Why did God fail to improve us? Teardrops of acid rain burning down through my veins. Can't I just sleep for a night? Despite my fears, I dance for you, even while I sleep. I can't run away and live again. Oh, desperate, desperate,
Maybe we're just sleepwalking, but just know wherever you're doing out there and wherever you are, I believe in you. I believe in tomorrow.